What's good, YouTube? This your man Spill Dog. I'm sitting here watching the all accesses showings that Charlo and Canelo did because I've been kind of busy this week. So I last weeks I hadn't really had a lot of time to look at it. And when I sit down, I'm sitting down and listening to them talk, watching it, and it's a good and they do it a good all access. But I will say this. I see him maybe. I don't know, man. Because I was feeling like this gonna probably be another situation like with Earl and Bud. That was my initial feelings. But when I listen to what he's saying and listen to the words coming out of his mouth and looking in his face, knowing that he really serious about what he's saying and what he said make a lot of sense. He was saying that this is his moment. This is his time to shine. He real hungry. It's a fight he been wanting all the for most of his career, stuff of that nature. And see, that's the mentality that Terrence Crawford had when he was going in there to fight Spence. And you can just tell by the way Spence went about it. In his mind, that wasn't his big fight. That was just a big money fight for him. But he didn't respect the fight like it looked like Mel respecting Canelo right now. Now, if they fight again or when they fight again, I'm sure Earl will respect him the right way the next time, the way that he obviously Terrence Crawford, I'm saying, respected Earl because you can tell he been sitting down watching film and studying this boy game, watching all his mistakes, knowing that he was gonna capitalize off him whenever he got his chance or whenever he was willing to take the opportunity because the chance been there. And Earl, stop being out in the streets fucking up. I don't he ain't try to have no accident, but you know what I'm saying. Hanging out too much is how a lot of this stuff start happening. I believe. And it just seemed to me like it's a completely different mentality. Earl was saying all the right stuff to some degree in the interviews, but he always kind of downplayed it. When he was getting ready to fight Crawford, to some degree, dismissive, not dismissive in a way like Keith Thurman, where dismissed you and won't even give you a fight, won't even acknowledge you. I think he was dismissive in the fact of a little bit big headed by him beating up all these dudes and the rest of them running from him. I think it kind of got to his head. And then I'm quite sure his friends and family and his wife or girlfriend, whatever he got, you know, since they love him and and his family, they gonna gas him up too. So I think, man, I think he was gassed all the way up, and Earl Head at that point had to be too big for him to listen to the people he probably should have been listening to. And not jumping in that water like that and really wasn't ready to swim, because he didn't have that same hunger that looked like Mel got before, going into this fight that Crawford obviously had going into the fight they had. Now Earl will be hungry when they get back in the ring the next time because he gonna be hungry to redeem himself. Crawford straight embarrassed him, and I think by Jermell seeing what happened to Earl, I think he probably done made up his mind. I'm not gonna let that shit happen. So win, lose, or draw. I just think Mel gonna be mentally way more prepared because he's gonna have just because who Canelo is though. You're gonna respect him and give it your all. And I really think Derrick James and Earl Spence uh, disregarded Terrence Crawford and didn't take it heart attack serious like Bud and like Mel seemed like he taking this fight right here. I'm a lot more interested in it. Like I said, I would have more confidence in the fact that he might can do the stuff that's coming out of his mouth had it not been almost 2 years since he had a fight. And I had a guy come in the comment section saying the only reason why he sat out so long is because he broke his hand. My answer to that would be I really can't say that because I've heard him say out his own mouth he ain't fighting but one time a year. So it ain't like you gonna every month get right exactly at 12 months. That means it's gonna be a lot of times 13, 14 months or so. He gonna be out the ring, and I just think when you when you that when you fight that infrequently and you go and now you up here with the upper echelon, the creme de la creme, uh, you gonna realize either I need to get back busy or get the hell out of the sport. See, because you can't cheat boxing, and you gotta respect this sport. The minute you start slacking on your training, slacking on your sparring, put in your mind, uh, distancing yourself to some degree, like only caring about the fight when it's time for you to have a fight, and outside of that, you out here in love and all this other stuff. Your game gonna fall off like that. That's another thing Floyd did. Floyd didn't get married. I think he had that chick Miss Jackson for a while, but for the most part, Floyd didn't have his mind on these women like that. His mind was on his money, and look at him now. I mean, don't get me wrong. That don't mean everything, but that's what he wanted, and to get what he wanted, he had to make sacrifices. You know, I'm sure every one of these guys that made it this far have made a lot of sacrifices to get here. But why get right here and start pushing back now? So, like I'm sitting here watching Mel and him and his coaches and stuff, and that I don't see Derek. Derek James probably, yeah, there you go. But they sitting there watching film together, getting because that's how you get ready for a fight. You know, if you watch enough film on a guy, when he make them little mistakes that you seen on that film, you gonna be ready to capitalize on them. Well, I don't see Derek James in there watching the videos with him, but as long as he watching them, it's a lot of stuff that film. You think all these professional coaches and stuff like that had these players and athletes watching film because it ain't no point to it. Shit, that's what it's out there for. Take advantage of everything at your disposal when you fighting at this level. But male mentality and the way he going about it let me know that he although he been inactive as hell, he at least taking this as serious as he possibly can and watching as much as he can on his boy because you need to be prepared when you finna go to war with somebody. And I don't know if he been like this or if he learned this from what happened with Earl and Terrence Crawford, because you can learn a lot from another person's failure, especially when you right next to him as your friend or your brother or your cousin or somebody like that, who y'all family and y'all rock with each other like that. This is what you need to do though. You gotta get in there with your coaches, watch this film and stuff so y'all can work on stuff when y'all get in the gym outside of the regular thing. You can't just train your fighter to fight everybody the same damn way. You know, stuff like what happened with Spence and really Frank Martin too. It'll happen more frequently if they don't make some changes about how they going about it, especially if now that y'all coming up here with the top dogs. But good luck to Mel on this one. Watching this all access give me a lot more confidence that he might be able to pull this off because it's a hell of a task he gonna be. But he got the size, he got the height, he got the reach, and he got the athleticism if he use it right to really, for the most part, stay out of harm's way. And you can't be worried about how it look when he get you on the ropes and get inside. You tie that big motherfucker up and don't let him work in there. I don't give a damn how many times you gotta do it. When he gets you in a bad spot, you tie him up. Don't try to weave and bob your way or try to slip slide and spin your way out. No, tie him up. Make the ref come in there and bust it up. And don't let him get started with them big shots and them combinations. And Mel may be okay. I mean, I do like this all access, and it shows you that he taking this shit serious, and I I don't respect the inactivity, but I damn sure respect this part right here. But once again, the man hand was broke, so that might have. Well, I'm sure that got a little bit to do with it too, but it ain't like if he didn't break his hand, he would have been fighting within a year's time. He fight once a year. That's just his thing right there. But we got a good one this time, and man. Man, I really hope he can pull this off. But I just like his attitude about it, and you know, that's half the battle right there. But that's it for me on this video. If you like the video, hit the like or subscribe. Till next time, it's your man Spiel Dog. I'm out.